What's up guys? I am Shun, FREERIDER. Have you ever thought your book's publishing? I think everyone has own story worthy publishing, but there are some barriers to do. If you use crowdfunding system, this enables us to do. This is Publisher. Today, I was invited to Deserve Publishing Innovation by a guy from Publisher. Thank you for your time today. So first, please tell me about your product and your background easily.
Sure. So the product is a pre-orders platform for books, and we connect authors with publishers through pre-orders. The idea is to give them as many publishing options as possible to give their book the best chance of success. So the background on the company is I was working in publishing in Singapore, setting up the digital division of a book printing company. And while working here, I met many illustrators, writers, content creators who wanted to write a book, make something really beautiful, but they just didn't have the money to do it. So I asked them, why don't you use crowdfunding? And they said, yeah, I would like to do crowdfunding, but I still need help with the publishing part of the process. So the idea was to build a crowdfunding platform for books that helps authors and supports them through the publishing process. I quit my job in Singapore, moved to India for 6 months. I was renting in a desk for $17 per month to give the company some time to build up, and we had some early successes, some of our campaigns. Yeah, we had a bit of a turning point. We won a pitch competition for in Singapore for Asia's largest tech conference, ECHELON. This gave us some good press coverage. One of our authors, his name is Scott Bales, was very successful. He raised over $30,000 in pre-orders and attracted a lot of attention, and we started to kind of grow from there. The company was growing, but it wasn't growing super fast. So I applied to some startup accelerator programs so I could learn more about how to grow the company faster. We were very lucky to get accepted into 500 startups.
Oh yeah, your t-shirt is 500.
Yeah, 500 startups.
Yeah.
T-shirt for it. Which was one of the best experiences of my life. So the way it works is it's a 4-month program. They work with you very intensively, mentoring, workshops on your company. They invest $100,000 in your company as well. And at the end, you pitch during demo day to a room of investors. So this was like a really, really great experience. I mean, we learned that we needed to change our business model. It wasn't ever going to become a profitable company with what we were doing. So we decided to connect authors directly with publishers. This is what they were telling us. They were like, I love the crowdfunding, it's good, but I don't want to self-publish my book. Especially our main users are professional speakers. And for them it's important to have the credibility of a major publisher. They're also very busy, so self-publishing takes time. So we started trying to find ways to connect our authors directly with a targeted list of publishers, all based on pre-orders performance. So we essentially made a pivot of the company. We've only just really launched the new version of the platform where we have these publishers and we send the proposals to them. But we've been very lucky. Some of our authors have already been picked up by major publishers. Publishers are signing up all the time. We have both major New York publishing house imprints through to publishing services, independent presses, small niche imprints, boutique publishing companies, so many different kinds of publishing companies. So we're very excited for the future. I mean, right now the company is doing relatively well. Over $400,000 of books have been pre-ordered through the platform. Over 20,000 copies. We receive new submissions every single day. But our plan is to really build up the company more aggressively next year with our new system. It's something that one of our authors, he called it crowd publishing. Sending your book to a crowd of publishers to get the best deal for you. So we will be the first company to try this. It's never been done before, not in the way that we're doing it, through pre-orders. So we're very excited to see where it goes from here.
I think it's your business model will be break publishing industry like Uber, I think so, isn't it? Yeah.
It's I mean we always did want to do something for the industry.
Yeah.
Like personally I love the publishing industry, I care about it, and I see many inefficiencies in the publishing process. Certainly a big problem which we identified is so every year in the US, 2 million book proposals, which is like before you get a publisher, you send them a proposal. So 2 million people would send proposals to literary agents who would then try to get them a publishing deal. Literary agents were rejecting 96% of these proposals, which means only 4% of these people actually go on to get a deal. And you know, what about, which is okay, but what about the 96% of people who want to get their book published? You know, what about those guys? What are their options? So we feel there's a big opportunity in there. There's a lot of really great ideas, great stories, great writers, great content, but it doesn't fit neatly in that 4% box. But there are still readers who want it. There are still publishers who will take it on. It's just, how do you raise the money, get the validation, and create the connection between the two? So certainly what we want to build can potentially be disruptive. The opportunity is there. It's all a matter of how we execute and can we get enough momentum and enough traction with both the readers and the publishers and the authors. So it is quite difficult. It's difficult to build a two-sided platform. For us, we're building a three-sided platform, which is even harder. So it is a challenge, but no, we're gonna do our best to make it successful. In which case, we definitely can do something new and disruptive. Yeah, here it was also like a startup. I was starting a new division in a large organization. And yeah, it was a good experience, but definitely, eventually the corporate environment kind of takes over. So this was time for me to leave and to get back to technology and entrepreneurship. So I moved to India to start Publishizer.
So your experience makes you now, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Most important point in life.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And was startup life, yeah.
I mean, like, for me, I've experienced like the highs and the lows, and I think it's important to not to take your work very seriously, but also to not take it too seriously. I find if you get too obsessed with your startup and too invested emotionally or in the business, it makes it hard for you to think creatively and to think outside the box. So for me, I think it's like, treat your startup as like a game. You know, make it fun, make it enjoyable. Figure out how you can know if you're doing well. I mean, this is what I do. Like, I love to see if we're doing well, if we're not doing well. But you know, if the company works, it's good. If the company dies, it's not the end of the world. You do another startup. So I know that when I do my worst work, it's when I'm desperately focused on success. But it's not like a good way to think creatively and to serve your customers or to serve your users.
If you had, please tell me about your mission. You please tell me about your dream. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, the dream for the company would really be to build a company where it's about nurturing a team of like staff, a team of employees who really have an incredible opportunity in life. So my dream would be to have a company or a team based in Bali, in Indonesia. We have our own office, we're working there. It's very cheap to live, but we can still pay good wages. People can save more money, live in paradise, do fantastic work, be inspired, and not have the same problems and concerns and stresses that you have in a major city like San Francisco or New York City or Sydney or maybe even Singapore. So to give people an opportunity at an alternative way of living and show that this is the best way to work. I do know that I do my best work when I'm in a a beautiful, relaxing environment, like Bali, like Chiang Mai, like parts of India. So, I mean, not many companies do it, but I do see it being a trend. The idea of the remote startup building a company from non-traditional places. For me, this would be a dream. And if the company succeeds and gives these people an amazing life and an amazing experience, for me, it's the best.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.